Holy sh! That's right, baby. It's time for movie trailer trash. Enjoy.
Hey everybody, this is Movie Trailer Trash. I'm Bethany.
And I'm Charlie, Captain America.
Nope, that's just Charlie. And we watched the trailer for Avengers Infinity War.
Infinity War, it's finally here.
No, just the trailer.
Well, yeah, the trailer is finally here.
Yeah,
but
people are excited. We're excited.
I'm so excited.
I was nervous going in because got
Going
high
into
hopes.
the trailer?
Yeah, got high hopes. Well, you got high hopes.
It's like its own
but you
thing.
also know, you also know that they have to do so much in this movie. There has to be so many people. It's got to be difficult. And the trailer, especially for these movies, the trailers are always really good indication of the movie, I think. And so, yeah, I was a little nervous going in.
Yeah, but it's just...
But you were right. It's like its own thing. I was going to say, I love that the trailer basically has its own end credits scene.
Yeah, the trailer has its own end credits
exactly
scene.
like an end credits scene.
And also the trailer basically has its own... It's like its own
little
thing
story.
because of how big of a deal this is. It's online anyway. It has its own like viewership and all people commenting on it and talking about it and doing all these things. And
most
even
big trailers do nowadays.
But like think about how much this one is like. Every single place that you went to online was like Avengers Infinity War trailer is coming out.
I would say it was that way for The Last Jedi.
But I accidentally did a Jerry Seinfeld thing there. I didn't really mean to.
But I would say it was like that for The Last Jedi as well.
Yeah, but it's a different feeling.
It's a different group.
This is
like there's a lot of crossover, but there's a different kind of excitement.
Like
for
think
Star
about
Wars.
people who are like I'm 26, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm 26.
Can't keep track.
You're 2 years older than I am, and so for people our age, and especially people younger than us, this universe is like half their life.
When was Iron Man?
10 years ago.
Wow. So yeah, younger people.
Yeah, someone who's like 20 or 18, or like,
and
someone in college or something.
Watch,
This has been building up for half of their life, and they've been waiting for it to get to this point for half of their life.
That's kind of cool.
And it's so good, and it's so well done.
Well, and they keep not disappointing.
Well, yeah,
like
but
movie after movie after movie, they're not disappointing us ever.
But like I was telling you this before we started,
1 and 2,
that
a little disappointing.
Consider this compared to Justice League, and we'll just do this for a second because
it's silly.
Yeah,
to even try and compare.
So like Justice League is obviously a lot worse, going to be a lot worse than this, and we
already
know
Zack Snyder.
that. But one of the main reasons that it's so much worse is because this is the point where you go all out. You have all of the craziness happening.
Everything's
you have
happening
everything
all
in the
at once.
world. All of this.
It's an infinity war.
Like the universe is going to end. That's like what's about to happen.
Infinity is a pretty big word.
And so they've been setting that up for 10 years for however many movies, like 14, 15,
movies.
16 maybe by the time this comes out movies, and then compare that to Justice League, who had what, two
movies, 3 if you count Wonder Woman, even though that had really nothing to do with this.
Right, nothing to do with the setup.
Well, I mean, it set up the whole how she believes in love.
And I was telling
people.
you earlier that if this had 2 movies before it, if this had like Iron Man and Captain America Winter Soldier before it,
it would be insane.
You would have no idea what was happening. You wouldn't know who anybody is. Yeah. You would be super confused.
In fairness, it would
still be a better movie.
But in fairness, though, Justice League is more like if you would have had just 2 movies and then the Avengers, because it's a way smaller group of people.
Yeah, but from what I'm hearing of Justice League, it's like,
it's supposed to be the big thing, but it's still just like 5 people.
It's like how like Batman vs Superman and Justice League. Those are 2 of like the biggest comic book story arcs that they've ever had.
Yes,
with Death and Return of Superman, and they just like used them in the first 2 movies.
But I think that because they have such a small cast, like it's like the Avengers. It's not like this is the Avengers plus the Guardians of the Galaxy plus Spider-Man plus all these other little individual guys plus Doctor Strange. There's so many different groups in this, so it's a little bit different. I think that really Justice League could have been better and if the first two movies had been better, and if it was better.
All right, so
I mean,
agree.
like, I don't think it is because it didn't have enough build up.
So that's enough about Justice League. Let's keep them out of this.
Yeah,
This is a happy day.
Stay positive.
This is a happy day with a lot of happy things happening.
Oh, happy day.
So you get to see a ton of stuff. You get to see bearded Captain America. You get to see
with long hair too.
You get to see human version almost of the Vision. He just
Whoa.
looks like Paul Bettany.
Calm down. Say what?
He was all.
I
he
did
was
not
skinned.
even notice. Oh my god. What happened to his red skin?
I think that he probably just figured out a way to make himself look like a person, and that's
yeah,
because I
mean, he can literally change all of his density, right?
He's finished his evolution. From before, he was just wearing sweaters, and now he has skin and hair.
Yeah, that's funny. It's like he's like, oh, I could just. It's kind of like in X-Men when Blue Lady figures out that she could just be whoever she wants. Mystique. Yeah, she's like, I can look like whatever I want.
Blue Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. So anyway, that's interesting. I didn't know, but it's so weird because I didn't notice that
No,
until you just pointed it out. I was like, oh my
There's so much
god,
stuff in this trailer
he's
alone
so amazing though
that you're going to miss. And
you know
we've
why they
missed
did
and all
that?
What?
100% they just did that because it was too hard to put that makeup on him.
Maybe.
I've heard interviews where he talks about how long it takes him way longer to get his outfit on than it ever did for any scene he was in ever.
Oh yeah.
And so they're just like, screw that.
Rooker with in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Who?
Rooker. He's Oh, now I can't remember his name.
Batista or
no, he's the blue guy.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember his character name.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, what's his name?
I don't know, man. It's been too long.
Oh my god, we suck.
Calm down.
I'm ashamed.
Whatever. It's you got Peter
Yondu.
Okay, there you go. I was gonna say some other names to get you there. Peter Quill.
Yondu. I just had to think about it for a second.
Mantis appears in this trailer.
Yep, at the very end
from
she waves.
Guardians
That's
of the
fun.
Galaxy 2, and I love her.
Adolescent Groot is involved.
Oh my god, was he in the trailer?
Yeah.
I didn't even see him.
He was at the end. He was behind
I gotta watch again.
He was behind Chris Pratt.
But yeah, so okay. A couple of things. I think it was I think the voiceovers at the beginning were a little cheesy. And I thought it was weird. Like, are they supposed to be all in a room finishing each other's sentences and thoughts, or is this just for the trailer?
That's what I thought it was.
It's just for the trailer?
Yeah.
It's just weird because they don't do that anymore. Like, that's not a thing that people do for trailers. Just have a weird
they're bringing
voiceover.
it back, and it was fine. And by the way, Black Widow's voice was fine.
No, her voice was so awkward. It's like,
what do you mean?
She could have just said, like, well, do you remember what her line was? It's important that I know what her line was.
So Thor says to help them fight the battles, they could never fight themselves.
Yeah. So she could have just been, he's like, to help them fight their battles. And she could have just been like, they could never fight themselves. But instead it's like she's trying way too hard to be serious. She's like, that they could never fight themselves. I don't know.
That's just Scarlett Johansson's
they could never
voice.
Fight themselves.
That's
I don't know
how she sounds.
She can't.
She's just sensual all the time.
Serious. It sounded weird. It sounded like so goofy compared to the rest of them that were just kind of talking.
I think you're probably just a sexist.
No.
That's what I would say. I think that if I said that.
Oh, definitely. But here's the thing. Maybe.
She just sounds off in like a weird, like non-threatening way.
First of all, maybe. Maybe it is because she's a woman, and I thought of that exactly because it is like a bunch of men finishing each other's thoughts and sentences, and then she just comes in. But I'm telling you, I listened to it again and again, and I'm like, she says that weird, that they could never fight themselves. No, that would have been a normal way to say it. What does she do? That they could never fight themselves. It's
anyway.
Like, she doesn't do it naturally. It's just weird is all I'm saying.
Anyway, I
thought that was a little cheesy, but it was quick. It wasn't a big deal. And all the stuff they were showing was cool.
There were a bunch of really, just so many awesome moments. My favorite moment personally is when Black Panther,
of course, that's everybody's favorite moment.
Says to get this man a shield. He's pointing to Captain America. I don't think that's the same scene where he comes out of the shadows like that. Maybe
though.
But you know,
I think it could be.
I think that Captain America sneaks into Black Panther's palace or whatever. He throws that thing at him. That
you think he throws
trident or whatever,
spear,
and
or
then he catches it
scepter?
and comes out of the shadows, and then some scene later when Black Panther's rallying the troops, he's like, and get this man a shield.
Yeah,
I love
evacuate
Chadwick
the
Boseman
city
so much. Every line that he delivers is just the best thing ever.
Okay, so that scene is amazing, obviously. One of the things I was saying today while I was talking to my friends at work, because we also all watched it together. After we all watched it separately, we got together.
I'm telling you, it's like its own event is the trailer.
But we were talking about it, and I was just like, Paul Bettany's gonna die.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill Paul Bettany. And
Oh, well, so that might be a
Evan-
good time. Okay, go ahead.
well, Evan was sorry, my friend Evan.
Oh,
I realize not everybody knows him. Was like, hey, you don't know that, and I'm like, there was first of all, it's an Infinity Stone that's keeping him alive. He is not a real person. He was created from Ultron using an Infinity Stone. For those of you who don't remember.
well, using a computer program.
And an Infinity Stone. So the Infinity Stone is what gave him life, basically. Without that, he will die. And that guy, what's his name?
Thanos.
He is going to fill that gauntlet with Infinity Stones. He needs them all for it to work. He's going to get them. He has to, right? And so anyway, there's a scene in there where Thanos is very clearly ripping that stone from his head. And
Yeah.
my friend Evan was like, you don't know that somebody doesn't come along and stop him. I'm like, that's true.
I bet
Actually,
that-
at that
that-
moment, probably somebody
that's
does.
not the scene where that happens.
But because why would they show the scene where that happens? But I was shocked. I was like, I cannot
I kind
believe
of
they
think
showed that.
that he is the last one that Thanos is going to get.
Sure. Well, I think that here's the thing. I was like, why on earth would they show that scene? But then I realized there are other people who maybe didn't realize that that was a necessity, and they wanted to make sure people knew, like give them a little heads up, like this guy's going to die. You're going to be sad. And there might be people who have no idea. So we're just going to give a
here's
hint at it.
A game that we can play. And you can go
I
first
love
if
Paul
you
Bettany.
want, but you got to keep it short.
Okay. You know, I'm really good at that.
Who do you think is going to die?
Oh, okay. Paul Bettany.
Okay, so the Vision.
Yes, the Vision. Sorry.
Mhm.
First and foremost. And then, I was thinking about this. I know that you have said before.
Wait. Okay.
Captain
Use
America.
your thoughts, because
But
I'm
no,
going to give mine.
But
now.
I'm not. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't think Captain America's going to die. There was something that I was thinking.
All right, let me give you mine.
Okay, because I can't do this because
All
you
right,
told me to be
here's-
short, but I hadn't even thought of it
Here's
until
what I
this
think.
very
Here's
moment.
what I think.
And
okay?
you clearly have been thinking about it
Yes.
all day.
I have.
You gotta warn me when we're
I
gonna do a
think-
segment like this. Sorry, listeners.
I think the Vision, Tony Stark,
Oh shoot,
Loki,
that would make a lot of sense if Tony Stark died.
War Machine, and
well, I don't think they're gonna kill War Machine. They could have done that last time and they didn't. What's the point?
and
We've been there, done
because I think that both
that. We're over it.
I think that both Iron Man and War Machine will go.
I
And
mean, yeah, it'd be.
so what do I have? I have Vision, Tony Stark, War Machine, Loki, and I think I had another one, but I don't remember what it was. But that for now, that's that's what I think.
I was hoping, and I was saying this. I'm like hoping that Loki is under some sort of a spell or is being tricked in some way and can't help himself. Like he has to give up the stone. I'm hoping that he's not just being evil and trickstery.
If he's giving up the stone, it's because Thanos is like, I'm going to kill you if you don't give me that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just hoping that he's not evil in this one.
No, I don't think
that
he is.
he
I
very
think
clearly came out of that in Thor.
I think
he's
that
done.
they were very clearly setting him up to die in Thor. In Thor
Oh yeah,
Ragnarok.
they made sure you love him if you
Right.
didn't already, and if you didn't already, you crazy. Loki is amazing. Tom Hiddleston, what he has done with that character is so dynamic. He's amazing.
Yeah.
And
so I think that they're going to kill him.
I thought they
and
did
Thor
an
is going
excellent
to
job.
freak out.
Well, yeah, because
And then-
think about this. I thought they did an excellent job in Thor 2. What was that one called?
Dark World.
Dark World. I thought they did an excellent job of showing him die in that one and sacrifice himself for Thor, and Thor being broken up about it. And
But
then obviously
this one
he
even
found
more so.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So that was already emotional, and that was way before Loki had done anything good. Like, he was still a criminal at that point. He was not a good guy at that point, but Thor was trusting him because he's his brother. Now, he's basically Thor, and this isn't really a spoiler, but for those of you who haven't seen Thor Ragnarok, go see it. So minor spoiler. Thor says to Loki at some point in Thor Ragnarok, like, you could be so much more. He's like, you'll always be the god of mischief, but you could be so much more if you choose to.
Well, and also there's
and
a...
I think that was a very obvious turning point for Loki. He was like, yeah, I should
saw
be.
a thing online that was, I think it's in the second one, where Thor has to break the bridge.
Okay.
Where he's like hammering it and like breaking it in half, and that's like the only way to, do whatever. And Loki is like, he's like yelling at him and whatever. And he says something like, "But you'll never see her again." And someone was just like, even though Loki is being super evil in this moment, he's also thinking about Thor's,
he's
life
like
and emotions.
He's like
and
trying
everything.
to manipulate him, but he's also kind of like, because it could just be that you
'Cause he
could just
was
see it as
shocked.
him being manipulative.
He was shocked that he would do that, and he couldn't believe that he would do
Yeah.
that, and he was upset that he would do that.
Yeah, he was like, you're hurting yourself. This will hurt you.
Stop hitting yourself.
But then the great thing is they broke up.
Yes,
Sorry,
that is the
Jane,
great
but if
thing.
you don't care about these movies, then we don't want you in them. Natalie Portman.
How do
Y'all,
you
you could just go
How do you
away.
not want to be in these movies? You could have been such a big
Look,
part of them too.
Idris Elba is an extremely amazing actor, and like I think he's the type of person who really loves to do artsy roles and stuff. And I feel like he still takes his role seriously in this and tries his best.
Mm-hmm.
Like if anybody's gonna be too good for this movie, it might be him, but he isn't.
No,
and
if
you're not
anyone's-
either, Natalie.
If anyone's too good for this movie, it's Anthony Hopkins, and he still,
Oh, I
did what
forgot
he
that
did.
he was in it. I mean, I forgot that was him.
Yeah.
God, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think
so
that's the main person that's too good for these movies that is in them?
we should ask. We should do a poll on Twitter.
Who is too good for these movies but still kills it?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so a couple of things.
Maybe Kate Blanchett.
I don't know who's going to die, but I know that it is going to be heartbreaking. I think Loki probably will, because it's just one of those things as a writer, like, why would you not take that opportunity to
Yeah,
make
you wasted the
it's
end
so
of the last
beautiful.
movie.
It's so beautiful. Their love is so incredible. It's one of the more beautiful love stories of all time is those two brothers. But
Well, and
anyway.
also in the thing that, a thing that I'm kind of worried / excited about is that this movie is going to take away my excitement and interest in Black Panther.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
But the reason that I'm
No.
kind of excited about it is that maybe it'll like surprise me. It'll like sneak up on me in February.
Yeah. No. When this trailer was over, one of the first things I thought was the Black Panther trailer's still better.
Really?
Yeah. I know I'm the minority. I know most people.
A lot of people didn't like it.
What?
They didn't
No,
like
most people liked the Black Panther trailer. People were freaking out about that. I think you're forgetting.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I
But
think
people,
that they didn't like
most people I know will prefer this. Will be more excited about this because it's all the superheroes at once. I get it.
Oh, there were people that were just like, it's just basically it's Iron Man somewhere else.
Whatever. They can say that, but that's not true.
Where you have
it's like a whole cultural thing too.
you have
like
the Michael
cool,
B. Jordan like
It's a whole
exactly.
different
It's just
world.
one Black Panther versus another Black Panther suit
no,
wise.
It'll be awesome because it's not that. I mean, it's all about the Wakandan, nation. It's going to be so much more. But anyway, doesn't matter.
I never freeze.
The reason people will like this trailer more than Black Panther is because it's all your favorite superheroes all together at once. So inherently, you're going to be excited. It's just like how people keep going to see Batman and Superman movies, even though they've been bad, because people love those characters so much that they'll keep
Not this
putting
one.
themselves through that crap, right?
Not this one.
Now, this Infinity Wars is going to be good and is awesome.
No, I mean Justice League. Sorry.
I know, but I'm just saying Infinity Wars is going to be good and is awesome. And so it's just like that. It's like you're already excited no matter what because you love these characters and they're all together. And it's good. So of course people are going to love it, but
By the
I'm
way,
so psyched for Black Panther.
They could have literally done anything. They could have put up like 5 seconds of Captain America coming out of the shadows and played that music, and I still would have got goosebumps.
Exactly. I think that they're just already on the edge of their seat. They're already excited for this. A couple of people we didn't see, Ant-Man. He wasn't in this trailer.
Yep.
Who was it that you were saying wasn't?
The interesting one is Hawkeye, because
Hawkeye,
Hawkeye
not
was
in this
the
trailer.
only
Are you-
original Avenger
yeah,
that
you're
you
right, he
didn't
wasn't.
see at all.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you sure? But then I remember he was on the magazine cover. We were talking about that. There was a magazine, Vanity Fair cover.
And he's got the shaved
He's
head.
got weird hair. But yeah, it's interesting. So I thought it was weird that Ant-Man wasn't in it, but I also don't think he's going to be a very big part.
Ah,
I really don't, though. Like,
No?
I just think his type of character, he is so goofy. His character barely fits into this world, even with how funny and silly this world is. So in Civil War, that amount of time that he was in that movie was the perfect amount of time for Ant-Man in a Avengers movie, I think.
I think he'll be in it a little bit. I think he'll
Definitely. I just don't think
I
that
think
he'll be
he'll,
as big of a deal because
when there's going to be a battle of some
he's
kind,
too much.
right? There's going to be a battle somewhere
comedic relief.
doing something, and he's going to basically like clear an entire section of a battlefield by becoming Giant Man.
Yeah, he'll show up at the right time.
And like clear out a section of people, leaving important people to fight.
But think about it though.
People.
He is comedic relief. That's like his role. And so just like any comedic relief, you can't have too much comedic relief, especially during a serious movie. You just need a little bit.
What do you think is going on with Tony Stark's zip-up hoodie? Do you think it's armor?
I literally didn't even notice that.
Well,
I mean,
like,
I guess
he's
I
running
noticed he was
around,
wearing a hoodie.
and
I just didn't really
everybody
think about
was
it.
in their, suits and stuff, doing things and getting ready to fight, and he was just in a hoodie.
Maybe they just rescued him from something.
And my brother was saying that there is a comic book story arc, a recent one, where it's in his skin. The armor is in his
weird.
skin, and it comes out of his skin.
That's
and
too much,
forms
Tony.
over him.
If that's
and
what
that's
you
what
do,
he was saying. He was just
Tony,
like, "That's
I'll freak out.
That's
Don't
too
do that.
much for a movie. You can't really put that in a movie."
I'm
and
saying
have
that's too much
people-
for a person. I don't care how genius you are. Don't do that. Don't turn
And-
yourself into a robot.
And so
No.
we were saying
Nope.
that it's possible that he might have the armor be in his hoodie, and so like he like hits a button or
perhaps.
something, and it's like, and it like just
Perhaps
comes
that
up on him.
seems so unrealistic. I realize.
Yeah, that's
I
the thing
get
that's
it.
unrealistic.
I get it. I'm just saying. I've always said this in movies that are unrealistic. It's the little things that are realistic that help to anchor it. So it's like, okay, it's unrealistic that you can get into a suit of armor and use it as a weapon, but it's definitely unrealistic that that metal type material could be hidden within a cloth hoodie. See what I'm saying? You got to give me a
just, like,
little bit of
expands.
realism. You just got to give me a little bit of realism is all I'm saying.
It's just like how he in Iron Man 3, he like injected his arm with those things so that he could have the armor fly at it.
Ugh, I didn't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No, that's freaky.
That's the whole opening scene.
That's freaky. I just thought he just used like a remote control to tell the armor to come to him.
No, he like
I
shoots
don't
it into his
remember.
arm.
Okay, but speaking of suits, what did you think of Spider-Man's suit?
It's cool.
Because you're the Spider-Man guy.
It's cool.
So clearly he suits up.
He does. Obviously, yeah.
Because, he thought, he passed the test at the end of the last one.
And actually, you know what's interesting? Spider-Man appears to be fighting Thanos at some point by himself.
Yeah, that's weird.
He because Thanos grabs him and like smacks him down, and it's possible that
Well,
maybe
I
he
thought
just like
Iron Man was in that scene too, I thought.
maybe it's
I
possible.
thought he was like
but I think that
nearby.
at one point Spider-Man might be like the first to see him or something, and just like goes at him
like an idiot.
like an idiot, like a kid
Yeah,
would.
but
And so maybe
I
he like
don't
almost dies
know.
at the beginning. And so
I don't know how I feel still about Spider-Man because I was underwhelmed with the Spider-Man movie, but I do really like that actor. I just can't see him going from the two movies he's been in to being in this big of a movie.
I think he's better in this situation.
Hopefully.
When he's not the focal point, because
Yeah.
there's like I said before, there's already so much going on in this universe that, little Peter Parker doesn't seem like very interesting.
Well, okay. So something I find interesting is all the different groups, the people that are grouping up. So I was telling Charlie.
Groups of more than 6 have a tendency to split off into smaller groups.
Anyway, that's a fact. But I was telling Charlie earlier that I had to go back and pause it so that I could count up who was with Captain America when they're walking through the woods or running through the woods.
Yeah.
And it is Black Widow, Bucky, Captain America, Falcon, War Machine, Hulk,
Black Panther,
and the
his bodyguard.
Wakanda warrior woman.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yep.
And
there might be more, but they're not in the shot.
But those are the people in the shot, and I feel like that it's for a reason. Like those people are together, and they've clearly shown at least one clip where it was Tony and Doctor Strange together, which oh my god.
And I think
That's
that was
such a
Bruce
great
Banner
pair-up.
too.
Really? That's such a
think-
great pair up because think about this.
I don't remember.
Think about how much Tony Stark and Doctor Strange would not get along.
Right.
Because think about it, they're both
But
so
they-
arrogant
no, but they
about their
would get along.
intelligence. They would, as long as they're talking about things.
They would
like,
just
it's
go
like
back
Bruce
and forth
Banner
with
and
each
him.
other.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for the experience that they both have had that have humbled them, so the car wreck and
They would legit be
being-
best friends. They have the same goatee.
being captured in the cave and all that, they've both been through life-changing experiences. But if it was just straight up Doctor Strange and Tony
Doctor.
Stark of Stark Industries,
Right.
they would hate each other.
I bet they've met each other at some point.
You would think almost, because I'm
which,
sure
by the
they're
way,
wealthy as
another thing
hell.
that my brother was telling me was that, and I think I told you this already, but it's just like a cool little thing that the you know how when Doctor Strange gets in his accident,
Yep.
someone is sending him like
They're sending
people
him
to work on,
surgeries. Like, do you want to do this surgery?
like surgeries and stuff.
Like, is this complicated enough for you?
And one of them is Army Colonel who broke both of his legs and shattered his spinal cord or something like that.
Okay.
And everyone is in agreement that is Rhodey. That's War Machine when he falls out of the sky. And so
I didn't know that. That's funny.
So he refuses to work on Rhodey and then
gets in a car wreck anyway, so he wouldn't have been able to.
Works with Tony Stark at some point.
Huh. Yeah, I think it's interesting. Also, I do think, I just got to say this about Rhodey, is that I thought that was pretty lame in Civil War. I thought they didn't have any backbone to not actually kill him. I'm just saying.
I think they wanted to use him for something else.
That's fine. I'm just saying, if you're going to make it all dramatic, like, how could you? And then the only thing it did was make him paralyzed. I know that seems like that's a big deal, but then at the very end of the show, they were like, oh, look, Tony's working on getting a robot that can walk for him, so he's fine. I'm like, really? You got to have some consequences.
Well, yeah,
but
there
has to be some consequences.
If a superhero would have killed Rhodey, then that would have been a bigger deal, that movie.
That movie should have been a bigger deal. I've always said this, that they didn't have enough to fight about.
Yeah.
It was silly. The fight was so silly. But that's another story, not here, not there. But just going on.
Do you mean here nor there?
Here nor there.
Not here, not there.
The point is that I'm trying to make.
Yep. Yeah. Go
that
on.
little end credit scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the only little glimpse we get of Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's just, and really Thor too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's in
is he in another scene? I can't remember.
He's in part of it. There's one time where he's
so much
in
is
some
happening.
sort of circular thing, and
right.
he's
like trying to like twist something or pull
I'm not
something.
really
He's
sure
using
what's
all
happening.
his strength.
Yeah, and he's also standing in front of a ship at some point, looking out into space.
But yeah, so he's like emerges from the shadows, kind of, and he says like, "Who the hell are you?" Is that what he says?
I think so.
Who the hell are you? And it's awesome. First of all, it's hilarious because I was saying those people are the Guardians of the Galaxy. People all across the galaxy know who they are. They have saved so many people. They've done so many amazing things. But even still, the Avengers have no idea who they are. Their worlds are so separate.
I
the
bet Tony Stark
universes
knows
that
who they are.
Maybe, yeah, I'm sure somebody knows who they are. Oh, no, you know what?
Tony Stark always knows.
My friend said, I bet Doctor Strange knows who they are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, yeah, he can like see the universe, right?
Well, and there's a
he
thing
can
that, you know,
the
that
universe.
in one of the post-credit scenes of Guardians 2,
sure,
where all the old, like Sylvester Stallone gets all the old Guardians together.
Oh
there's that red guy who can't speak, who like makes the thumbs up in the air. That's kind of Doctor Strangey, you know, with those things.
That's
and
true.
There's like a theory that he taught him Doctor Strange stuff. That Doctor Strange taught that.
Oh, okay. I was like, you got to say the name of the person. I was like, he taught him.
Sorry.
Who's that?
Doctor Strange taught that red guy how to do that stuff.
Interesting. Yeah, why not? I mean, it's really interesting. So,
or at least someone who knows did.
So the Guardians of the Galaxy, I just find that to be hilarious and interesting. And also, I don't think the Guardians really know the Avengers.
No, why would they?
Exactly. So it's just so funny how separate they are, and yet they're all so important. But you had a theory that I really love that I've argued with some people on because they don't like the theory.
Oh yeah.
But
I don't know what this is.
Another little spoiler.
Okay.
I'll just say big spoiler. Ragnarok spoiler. At the end of Ragnarok, they're all of the Asgardians are on a ship, and a huge monstrous ship comes up, and they're just staring at it like, holy shit, what's that? And that's basically the end. Right. You don't know who the ship is, but I think that it's pretty obvious that is presumably Thanos. I think that they wanted and expected most people to leave the theater thinking that's Thanos. Mm-hmm. But your theory was, what if it's the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
How funny would that be?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
It would be so funny. And my friend was like, no, that would be stupid. I'm like, why? Why would that be stupid? It would be so funny. Because
why would it be stupid?
I don't know. He was like, no, that's Thanos. I'm like, okay, so it would be stupid because it's not what you originally thought right away.
I think it would be
your first instinct.
I think it being Thanos would be more stupid.
Really stupid. Yeah. So, well, because also, especially when he's like, who the hell are you guys? It would be so funny if like they would be like, oh crap, we're under attack. They just survived Ragnarok. They just escaped, and then there's a giant ship. It's like, oh crap. And then they're like, okay, like preparing themselves. And it's just this ragtag group of cool superheroes. And he's like, who the hell are you guys?
Well, didn't I say something that it would be funny that if it comes up and it's all ominous and something happens and then they just like blast 80s music out at them.
Yeah, even though you can't hear anything in space.
Well, yeah, but who cares?
They'd have to do, I mean, come on.
At this point.
They clearly
who
don't
cares?
care.
Yeah.
Okay, so... yeah, they clearly don't care, but they could do something like that. I mean, they could do lots of things, but I do think it would be funny. The only thing also, I think my friend was saying, well, like, how would they get the ship? But that's the whole point is they're heroes, but they're also criminals, and they like to do a little of both. So It would be really funny if they were just like, look at this cool ship we stole. They just somehow stole an amazingly
We're going to hop on this gigantic
huge
spaceship.
Yeah, and that's what that guy would say.
You want to come with?
That funny, hilarious guy.
Piss off, ghost.
Who is the director of Thor Ragnarok. What an amazing guy. Way to go, dude. He should do more voices for sure.
Well, he's in almost all of his movies, I think.
Yeah. Well, he's great. Way to go.
And apparently there's like an extra like special features or something for Thor Ragnarok that is him doing the motion capture for that character.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
So that'd be fun to see. All right.
Yeah,
we've talked for so long about this. Let's move on to...
It's called Infinity.
Let's move on to where, when, and how you're going to see this movie. Where? When? How? Are you going to see this movie?
All right. Where? When? How?
How are you going to see it? I'm going to speak for both of us here and say we're going to see it as soon as possible.
Oh, just because you're my husband, you can speak for me?
Now, yeah, because I'm the
Patriarchy?
Man. Hey, you're the one that's sexist against Scarlett Johansson.
You know what? Shut up. I'm going to speak for the both of us and say we're going to see it in theater.
Wait a minute. I just said that.
What?
Up.
I said it, and I'm speaking for both of us.
No, you can't speak for me.
Too late.
So we're going to see it in theater as soon as we can. I'm not sure if I want to see it on the fake opening Thursday.
Yeah.
I mean, I should.
I'm so hesitant about that ever since Civil War, man.
Yeah. I mean, I think we should definitely see it at Alamo.
Yeah, we got to see. This is the reason that we always see these, for a couple of reasons. We've decided that if it's a superhero movie, we should see it at Alamo because I basically had the movie Captain America Civil War partially ruined for me because of how terrible the audience was.
I mean, the audience isn't going to be silent during this. There's going to be a lot of fun happening.
But there's a difference between having natural response and being just jackasses about
I think that you should embrace the audience
clap,
atmosphere.
Do whatever.
In
I'm
this
fine
one.
with that.
Because it's like an event.
I am not fine
like
with
I said,
you singing along to the background music.
Most of the people in the theater that are watching this is half of their life building up to this moment.
You have plenty emphasized how important this is. Okay, I get it. But that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to explain to people why we go to Alamo. So Alamo Drafthouse doesn't allow talking or any of that. So, yes, that doesn't mean that in a theater people will never have any laughter or reaction. Laughter or reactions, you know. I mean, definitely there was a couple of audible reactions during the movie Get Out. I mean, that happens, but generally people try not to because if they're too noisy, you can kick them out and they don't want to get kicked out. And so that's a huge reason we go to see superhero movies there because fanboys and fangirls get too crazy and they can ruin the fun for everyone. But also because for those of you who don't have an Alamo Drafthouse, they do this special pre-show before all of their different movies, and they put it together, and it'll always be relevant to the movies. So,
well, this is just going to be scenes from all the other movies.
Yeah, well, and it'll be a bunch of the funny, like they always do, like the lip sync stuff, and just they do a lot of fun things, and it'll be all the cool scenes. Yeah, they'll probably show some cartoons, all sorts of stuff. So that's fun.
All right, so. I think that we got that down. We already talked for a mile about the other one. So let's move on to Rotten Tomatoes percentages.
Do it.
Rotten Tomatoes percentages! Aye! All right, Rotten Tomatoes percentages. Here we go. I think that this movie is going to get a 95 from critics, and I think it's going to get a 98 from audience.
I was going to say 95 from critics, too.
Really?
Yeah, because I was thinking, I'm pretty sure Tonya has a 95 from critics, and I realize that these are different movies, but I'm just saying, I think this will get a good score.
And here's what I'm thinking is that
And that's crazy
Thor?
considering what it is.
Thor Ragnarok has a 92 right now.
Yep.
It's been out for a while.
Yep.
And although it has an 88 from audience.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Isn't that weird?
What is wrong with people?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Do you think there's people that like go there knowing that they're not going to like it and then put a review up about how they didn't like it?
Well, I have heard some complainers complain about how it doesn't feel like a Thor movie because he doesn't talk all Shakespearean.
No, there's you know what? There's a lot of people because you can put a review up as an audience member if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, that's dumb.
And so like if you just don't like superhero movies, you can be like bad superhero movie.
Yeah. But yeah, audience score, I'll just match you on this one and go 98. Let's just do a match for match. We've never done that before, and I agree with you. So,
yeah.
But this is huge because it is a superhero movie, and as much as superhero movies are taken a lot more seriously than they used to be, that's still crazy for a superhero movie to get a 95 from critics. That's crazy, and I do think Guardians of the Galaxy 1 might have gotten that high. I'm not sure. 90 something.
No.
It got 90 something though.
Let's go to the phones.
The point is, you got to be dang good.
Yeah.
And with this much chaos and the scale of what they are trying to do, it's kind of crazy that it would get that good of a score.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 got a 91%.
Okay, so also something I just realized, isn't this supposed to be a part 1 of a 2-part thing? It's not anymore?
No, yeah, they switched that.
Okay, because I was like, the trailer did not feel like a cliffhanger type
No,
of
it was
thing.
going to be called Infinity Wars, Part 1.
Oh, that's why I keep saying Infinity Wars, and you keep correcting me.
At least I think so. That's what I remember.
Yeah, I remember they were saying it was going to be a
two-parter, and they switched it, and I love that.
I do too, because man, it would be so disappointing. Like, think about
it would be so annoying. I hate those two-parter things because
Look,
it's literally one movie cut in half, and so therefore the first movie it ends on a cliffhanger, and you're pumped, and then the second movie is just like the climax and then the downward,
well,
like
that's
wrap
why,
up.
because I think it's okay. It can be done okay, but that's why people hate the first part of Mockingjay.
Yeah.
The Hunger Games third one.
Yeah.
The third movie, and people hate the first part of the last Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. People hate those two movies, and I like both of them because I think that there's a lot of great content. But basically, it's like you said, the entire thing is just setting the scene and building the plot.
Imagine if you saw a movie that was just build up and then ended.
Yeah. And so I still like them because I know that there's going to be more and whatever. But you're right. This is just going to be so much better because people are going to die in this movie. At the very least, Vision's going to die.
Right. We know that.
I feel very confident about that.
I mean, we don't know.
No, we don't. Maybe they'll defeat Thanos before he gets the gauntlet. But what's the point?
90% sure that Vision is gone
before he fills that gauntlet up with Infinity Stones. But think about this: what if they like implied that somebody died or killed one person, and then you just have to wait for another year?
Do you like new pissed off Captain America? He's always angry in this.
Yeah, what's up with him?
Well, he's an outcast.
Yeah, but he kind of outcasted himself.
And so he's been...
he kind of was like, I'm going to do my own thing.
Well, no, he's still a war criminal, and they're still looking for him.
Yeah, and they're still showing his video in gym class. So
Pretty
I think
sure
most
that dude's a
people
war
still
criminal
love
now,
him.
but whatever.
That's great.
Yeah, and so I think he's been in hiding, and he's been apparently living in the woods. And
what?
He's like all disheveled and long-haired and bearded.
He just hasn't cleaned up that much.
And so he's like... he's kind of Batman-y right now.
I kind of love that him and Black Panther are together just because, first of all, they're both amazing. But also, in Civil War, they were at odds. And they fought each other.
Yeah, he came around at the end.
Yeah, they came around. But I think that he has that Chadwick Boseman, what's his name? T'Challa. Is that his name? Yeah, T'Challa. Yeah. T'Challa, the king, Black Panther. I think that he has a ton of respect for Captain America because he has fought him.
Well, no,
like, I feel like him fighting him and knowing how good he is because of that is different than just knowing how good he is because he's seen him fight other people.
They're the two characters that are like, they both 100% believe in and never shift from their
morals,
values and morals and stuff. And that's like the two of them, and they're like the only ones that do that.
Yeah, I just think they both have a great
because
respect
even though
for each
there's
other.
a lot of other characters who are good and whatever, they still like lie and play the system.
Yeah,
and do
well, because that's why they were at odds in Civil Wars because T'Challa believed that that man bombed the people, and Captain America believed that that man did not. Like he was dead set. He's like, I absolutely don't believe that he did this. And so they both were at odds because they follow their beliefs. They hold on to their beliefs.
A good example is Hawkeye. Hawkeye is a good person.
Sure.
Who has great
really good person.
morals and everything. But he also is, first of all, super snarky. Second of all, lied about having a family to all these people that he's supposed to be, partners and on a team with.
I don't think he lied. I think he just didn't tell them about it.
That's something that Captain America would never, ever do.
Yeah. He'd be like,
You know what I
okay,
mean?
got to get home to the wife.
Right, exactly.
Got to get home to the wife and kids.
Exactly. That's something that he would never do.
Yeah.
That's something that T'Challa would never do.
Yeah. Agreed.
Even though he's keeping his country a secret from the world.
Well, that's part of his values. That he values his what do you call it? Country. His country,
right.
his nation. It's this entire beautiful hidden
Oh, it's
gem.
so cool. I'm so excited for Black Panther.
He can't let the world just know about Wakanda. Wakanda's too special.
I'm so excited for Black Panther.
The world's too full of evil people.
I'm so excited for Infinity War. It's going to be great. And I'm also insanely excited for Captain Marvel whenever that comes out. I don't remember
question.
when.
Is she going to be in this?
No.
Second question.
Or at least I don't think so.
What movies happen after Infinity War? Because I feel like that's it, man. What's the point in going on after that? It's Infinity War. It's over.
Well, they're going to start their next phase.
I suppose. So another third question.
Another third question.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we've done
There's
way more
going
than
to
three
be another
questions.
Ant-Man, right?
Yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Because, they set it up for another one, and they showed the Wasp on the cover of Vanity Fair.
Right, she's in this.
So, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Vanity Fair had the cover of all the different
I don't know
characters.
when that comes out.
But I was saying, I was wondering if they were just not going to do another Ant-Man and just going to have them in it and make it clear that they're both fighting now.
No, yeah, they are. There's a movie called Ant-Man and the Wasp that's coming out.
Well, what the hey?
Ant-Man.
It's going to be interesting because, this is something that has never been done before. This is so unprecedented, everything that Marvel has done. Marvel set up a new idea of how we can make
Release
movies.
date, July 6th, 2018. So it's happening
awesome.
after Infinity War.
But yeah, Marvel Studios totally created an entire new way to kind of to take in media.
They created the shared universe.
That's what I'm saying. The cinematic shared universe. They created that idea.
I don't know if they created it, but they mastered it.
Well, you're right, because, James Bond. Yeah, James Bond is the same thing. It's a shared universe.
No.
Yeah. I guess it's just one movie in
it's just sequels.
Series. Yeah.
And then they restart it every once in a while.
But the reboots, some people have a theory that it's a new James Bond every time, and that it's
that would be cool, but
so
I
that's
think
kind
that's
of a thing.
wrong because they've redone stories
theory.
and villains also.
It's a theory. So I think it's fine. But no, okay, so we have to give them credit for that. It's an amazing thing that they've done. So over the past 10 years, they've proven that this is a possibility, that you can have an entire cinematic universe, and now DC's trying really poorly to do it, and Disney is doing it a little bit with all the Star Wars stuff, with the side stories and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like that. It's a shared universe, and
it's more of spin-offs, but I guess
didn't they recently
Clone Wars counts?
But you were telling me that they recently hired somebody to write a new Star Wars script.
The guy that's making The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson, is writing the next Star Wars trilogy in its entirety.
So, and you said it was supposed to be a whole different thing.
It's going to be it's going to be a brand new story. I don't know if it's
thing.
going to not include characters from this one. I think it probably will, but also
maybe.
I saw a story earlier today that said that Daisy Ridley doesn't want to keep playing Rey after the third one.
What is wrong with people? Why do people think they're too good to play hugely iconic roles?
No, I love that about Captain America, by the way. And so Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr., they're both just all in on this, entirely. They're just let me play it for as long as you will let me.
But I heard that a long time ago there was a rumor that Chris Evans wanted out.
After the
and
first
then he
one,
just changed his mind.
After the first Captain America, he
was like,
didn't
okay,
want
I'm
to do
kind
it
of done
anymore.
being Captain America.
So after the first Captain America and Avengers, he didn't want to do it anymore.
And then
they did
had
Winter Soldier,
and he was like, I'm in.
And these guys,
I'm sold. You sold me.
The Russo brothers, who are doing this one and also did Civil War, they changed his mind basically because of how amazing of a movie it was.
Yeah. So I think that's awesome. I just don't understand. I really don't understand that. I don't understand Natalie Portman thinking she's too good to be an amazing character in an amazing
It's not that
universe.
an amazing of a
well,
character.
okay. It could have been, though.
Yeah, she could have been like Pepper.
We know that she is a great actress. She could have been awesome. She could have been so much better. She was playing an amazing feminist character, a strong, powerful scientist who figures out that there's aliens.
Right.
Like, she figures all this shiz out.
She is.
And she's supposed to be amazing. And you know who was amazing? Her little scientist sidekick girl. She was amazing.
She was
no,
amusing.
she was amusing and amazing are the same thing.
I don't know about that.
No, she was great in the
she's
second
funny.
one.
She's very
No, but she was
good.
great. She put so much more effort into her acting and she did such a good job. She was so much more fascinating of a person than Natalie Portman in this movie. Like, why?
Fascinating?
What's the point in trying? I mean, what's the point in going if you're not going to try?
Yeah, especially when you're getting paid millions of dollars.
I'm so disappointed in her. I really am.
How dare you, Natalie?
I'm just saying, like, it's the same thing with Star Wars Episode 1. I get it. It's terrible. That shiz is terrible. Sorry.
Maybe she didn't want to get caught up in
But I'm just
another,
saying, why didn't she try? Like, maybe it wouldn't have been as terrible if you would have tried. What's the point?
What's the point,
What's
Natalie?
the point if you're not going to give 100%?
So end somewhere positive instead of yelling at Natalie Portman.
I'm real excited. I think this is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see the Wakandan army running around. Oh, one thing I never mentioned. It was awesome when Captain America and Black Panther were just fist fighting these crazy aliens.
Yeah.
Like, just straight fist fighting, like amazing punches to their alien faces. It was really cool.
Captain America, I always think about when Captain America was fist
Throws his
fighting
mighty shield.
Was fist fighting Loki in the Avengers. How he just like ran up to him and started like punching him.
Yeah, he's great. He's great at fist fighting.
That's one of the things he's great at.
He's great at it.
He's also great at throwing a mighty shield.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting. I love those two together. So
there you go. Go see
the trailer.
Avengers Infinity War. Watch the trailer
Go
many
see
times
that trailer,
you want.
Guys.
Just like Spider-Man when he sees that big floating thing in the sky, your hair will stand up on end.
Oh, wow. I mean, sure.
You can follow us at MTT Podcast on Twitter. You can go to Facebook and search Movie Trailer Trash Podcast. You can review and subscribe to us on iTunes. Those are very important. Rate as well. What else can you do? Instagram at Movie Trailer Trash.
Also, just go to our movie. Go to our website.
Go to our movie.
Just go to our website, mttpodcast.com, because we're putting up blogs. We're putting up all of our episodes. So if you missed something or you want to go back and listen to one, you can do it there. And we're putting up movie news. So go there and most importantly, tell your friends, because word of mouth is huge and we need more listeners. Let them know how awesome we are.
And as always, follow Entertainment Buffet at Entertainment Buffet and subscribe to their YouTube channel as well.
Thank you. We appreciate you guys.
When Captain America throws his mighty shield, all who know the power of the shield must yield.